We are starting with a very important concept, that is of Python functions. How to write functions in our Python programming. Whenever we write a huge long code, then always we try to divide that code, segregate that code into multiple different modules and functions. And whenever functions are there, then it will make us easier to understand that program, and obviously the reusability of the code can be enhanced by writing one function containing related statements which are executed as a whole whenever certain operation will be asked for. So let us go for the further discussion on this function in Python. So function is a group of related statements that perform a specific task in our program. Function implementation breaks our program into smaller and modular chunks, and function helps us to make our program more modular, organized, easy to debug, reusability will be enhanced, and so on. Reusability features helps us to avoid repetition of our programming code. Syntax of a function, how to write one function in our Python. So def will be written, that is a defined function. So defined function, also you can call it as a define. So def will be there. So this is the function name. These are the list of parameters you may or may not pass, obviously. So list of parameters are there. Don't forget to give this colon, because if you give this colon, that means you are starting with the function body, and the function body will have the indent in that case. And there is a doc string which has been enclosed within thrice quotes. The double quotes are there. So there is a doc string. Doc string, if you want to insert the doc string, that is a documentation string, that should be the first statement within the function body. And then we can write one or more than one statements, and then return value, return, and then return value will be there, and that is optional. A function may or may not return a value. So that is the way to write the function in our Python. Types of functions. Basically, functions can be divided into the following two types. The first one is the built-in functions, the functions that are built into the Python. As an example, ABS, which will give you the absolute value of the input parameter, and then character, we are having the CHR rather. So there is a float, there is a conversion to the float, there is a print, we will be using this print. We are using this print multiple times in our Python code to print some string on the screen on the console. So these are the inbuilt functions. There is a built-in functions. We need not to write the respective code for all these functions. They are pre-written. I can readily use them in our code as when required. So next one is our user-defined functions, and these functions we are responsible to write the body and the function defined by the users themselves and to do certain specific tasks. Always remember, the function name should be very much important, because in case of user-defined function, from the function name we should get the purpose of the function. If you give the function name like function 1, function 2, function 3, they don't carry any sense in future. So next time if I ask you what is the purpose of function 1, you are supposed to look at the code. But the function name should be very much logical, very much meaningful, so that from the function name even you can get the purpose of the function. And let us go for one practical demonstration to show you how to write these functions in our Python programming with some sample coding. So here is the demonstration. In this session, we are going to discuss functions. And in case of Python functions, the function name should be defined. And here we will be using the keyword, there is a define, that is a def, and the function name. Within the opening first bracket and closing first bracket, we can write the respective parameters if I want to pass some input parameters there. This is known as user-defined function because we are writing the respective function body. Always the function should have this opening first bracket and the closing first bracket, that will indicate that it is a function here. As here we are writing the function body, so it will be known as the user-defined function. But if you don't write the function body, that means in case of print, you can easily find that this print is a function because it is having this opening first bracket and the closing first bracket, and it is taking a string as input parameter, but we are not writing the body of this print. So that's why it is called library function or inbuilt function. After writing this def and then function name, then opening bracket, closing bracket, then we shall put one colon here. Then rest part of the function body will have the indentation, which is the 4 blank spaces are there. So all the statements which will be maintaining these 4 blank spaces beforehand will be treated as a part of the function body. Okay, so in this way there is no begin end, there is no curly brace open, curly brace close, there is no block begin and block end marker. Only this indentation will indicate that these statements are within these function bodies. So this hello1 is a function which is having no return statement. You can find that there is no return statement we have written. But in case of hello2, we are having one return statement, and it is having this string to be returned. Return command returns back the control to the caller and mainly used to return a value to the caller of the function. So whenever you are calling this hello1, then this print statement will get executed, because this is the only one statement within this hello1 function body. But in case of hello2, when you will be calling this hello2, it will return one string. So the control will come back to the caller when this return statement will be executed, and then print will print this particular print function or print method will print the string which will be returned here. So let us go for the execution. You can find this is the outcome of hello1 function calling, and this is the outcome of this print hello2 function. So a function can have the first statement which will be in the indentation will be known as the document string or doc string if it is enclosed within triple single quotes or triple double quotes. So I can write this one as this one. So this is a multi-line text. So you see I have written this one within triple single quotes. Now this is known as the doc string, and this doc string is the first statement in this function body which is having the indentation. Okay, so how to access this one? So we can do this one in this way. So in this way I can access this respective doc string or document string. You can easily find this is a multi-line text. Instead of enclosing it within triple single quotes, also you can use them as triple double quotes. Then also it will have the same output as I have shown you. Okay. Next we are going for the other program part. Here one thing has to be remembered. Here this hello1 is a user defined function because we are writing the function body. This hello2 is a user defined function because we are writing this function body. But this print is a inbuilt function or the library function because we are not writing the function body of print, but we are using it, we are calling it according to our purpose. So that's why this print is known as the library function here. Here we have defined multiple functions. So first function is myAddition, which takes x and y as input argument. So here the keyword def, that is a defined function name, and then input arguments enclosed within opening first bracket and closing first bracket, colon must be there, and there is the body of the function which is printing this statement, that is performing the addition operation and return x plus y. Similarly we have written the function body for subtraction, performing the subtraction operation, return x minus y. My multiplication, which is taking x and y as input parameters, performing the multiplication operation, return x star y. My division, it is taking this x and y as input arguments, so print performing the division operation, return x by y. So in this way we have defined my addition, my subtraction, my multiplication, my division methods. Now we are going to define another method that is known as the my menu. All these methods are user defined functions. So under this my menu we are having this main menu will be printed, then 4 options are going to get printed, then it will ask for the option number, Here input is a function, library function, which returns a string. So before assigning it to the variable ch, I'm doing the typecasting using another inbuilt function, library function, that is int. So now it will return the value of ch. So my menu returns the value of ch. Let us go for the final function, that is our def calculation. So at first it is calling my menu. So my menu will print this my menu and the 4 options, and it will ask for the choice, and then the value will be returned. The value which will be returned will be assigned to this ch.
It does not mean that here the variable is ch, so here also we are supposed to have the variable ch only. You can also make it as choice. So that is not an issue, because this choice is local within this my menu, and this ch is local within this calculation. So they may be having the same name, maybe having the different name, but in both cases they will have their separate memory space allocation during execution of our code. So here we have read two numbers, num1 and num2. Using the same way, please enter the first number, please enter the second number. Input function returns string, so it has been converted to integer using int here. So if ch, the value which will be returned by this my menu, if ch is equal to 1, then result is equal to, you see, I'm calling this my addition function, and num1 and num2 I'm passing two parameters. These num1 and num2 will get assigned onto x and y, you can find it, and then it will return the sum of it after printing this line. So that result will be assigned to this variable result. So that sum will be assigned to this result. For choice 2, it will return the respective difference that will be assigned to result. In case of choice 3, the respective product will be returned and that will be assigned to the variable result. In case of choice 4, the respective quotient will be returned and that will be assigned to the variable result here. So print so result is equal to result, so I'm going to print that one. So if I call this respective function, that is calculation, you can go for the calculation, you can find that it is, at first it is calling this my menu. My menu is displaying the options and it is asking for the option number. If I give the option number 1, then it is asking for the first number, let it be 100, and the second number, let it be 200. So as a result of that, as I selected option number 1, so addition will be done between 100 and 200. So as a result, we are going to get 300 here. If I execute the code once again, so here I'm going for the option number 2. I'm going for the multiplication between 10 and 20. You can easily find. So I'm getting the subtraction. Oh, I've selected option number 2. It is for the subtraction. So I'm getting here minus 10 as the outcome. So let me show it once again. So here I'm going for the option number 2, that is the subtraction. So I'm just giving the value 100 and giving the value 40. You can find that performing the subtraction operation. So because this particular line has got printed, because we wrote that one in our my subtraction method, and then it is returning x minus y, and that will be assigned to the result, and later so result is equal to the result variable's value will get printed. So result is equal to 60 is getting printed because we have given inputs 100 and 40, so the difference value will be 60 here. So let us go for the third option. So option number 3. So now it is multiplication. So if I give the value say 100 and say 20, so the result is coming as 2000, performing the multiplication operation. So result is equal to 2000 here. So let us go for the last one. So if I give the option number 4, so I'm supposed to perform the division operation, so the quotient will be returned. I'm giving this 125. You can find that it is giving me the result as 4.0. So in this way, you can easily find that we have written some code here for the better explanation and for your better understanding. So a function can return a value, may not return a value. A function should be starting with this def keyword, which is defined, then the function name, then opening bracket, closing bracket will enclose the input parameters, then colon is must, and all the statements which will be written with indent, so they will be treated as within the function body. You can find that how we are writing this code and how the function is getting called here. So I think now the conception is getting clear to you that how this function can work. So I'm giving you one assignment. We know that division by 0 is illegal. So that's why whenever you are performing this division operation, before performing the division, obviously I should check the value of y. If the value of y is equal to 0, then obviously I should handle the situation carefully. So please modify this code, and so that you can also check whether division by 0 is illegal, is happening or not, and accordingly modify this code and write the program yourself. Thanks for watching this video.